Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Ripster, where movies and entertainment are our reputation. So, Triple Threat came out last year in 2019, was directed by Jesse V. Johnson, and it centers around a Harris who is targeted by a group of professional assassins, in which case a team of mercenaries must stop before they kill her. Alright, let's get into the positives of this film. First and foremost, the characters. They were excellent. All of them were trained in martial arts, which is what this movie basically is, a martial arts film. This film stars several major Chinese actors, Tony Jaa, Tiger Chen, Iko Uwais, and even Scott Adkins and Michael Jai White. Many of these actors I've seen in other pictures before, and they were pretty great in this film. All of them knew their stuff. The list just goes on, and it was amazing. They brought great performances to their characters. Like I said, they were all terrific, and they're masters of their craft. They kind of, to me, sort of took after Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. You get Tony and Jaa, who play the main guys that try to protect this woman from these mercenaries trying to kill her. They were fantastic. They definitely knew their martial arts. They definitely knew their craft. They brought a definite sort of style with them, that's for sure. And then you got the villains, played by Atkins and Jai White. Atkins, I've seen him pop up ever since 2012's Expendables 2. And since then, he's been like a straight-to-DVD actor, which kind of saddens me, but still, his movies that he's been coming out with, he's been pretty good in. I don't know why they don't just let him be in theatrical stuff. Maybe it's the agents. I don't know. Like, he's not the only actor that deals with that, but he's pretty good. Scott Adkins is pretty good. And he played a major, definite bad guy in this. Really great villain, which he played in Expendables 2, which was the first thing I seen him in. He may have been in some things before that, but yeah, he played a really good villain. He plays good guys too, but in this film, he definitely pulled it off. And Michael Jai White, of course, the first thing I've seen him in was that very odd, very ahead of its time Spawn. He also played a really great villain in this. He doesn't show much of his martial arts. I think it's because he's kind of getting on up there in age. He's not too old, but he's definitely put on some age since the Spawn movie that came out in '97. But he still did a really good job. He's one of those characters in this that he instantly knows in his gut that something's wrong. He's one of those villains that you kind of want to watch out for the most. Even though Scott Adkins' character was considered the main villain of this. But all of these actors, all of these characters brought a unique sense of fighting style. That's really what this picture was all about, was a unique sense of fighting style. The fighting and the explosions and the action really made up for it. Speaking of, the action sequences really worked. It really worked in its favor. It was amazing. Not that I have my faults with this film, which I will get into later. The action is really what saved it. For a limited release and a cheaply made film, this film definitely knew its action. It definitely had plenty of action in it. It definitely had plenty of martial arts, plenty of fighting, plenty of shoot-'em-ups. The perfect combination for an action junkie. I'll go so far as to say that the tenseness that this film brought out almost took my breath away. Which brings me to the lighting. Perfect. It was lit up just perfectly, which made the action sequences even better. And it's why the action sequences definitely worked for me in terms of style. Which brings me to the look and feel of this. This was truly a genuine action film. Though not too many special effects was used. As I said, it was made for a little cheap, and it had a limited release, so it wasn't that big. I can remember when it came out, and I can remember it not playing at my theater. And most of the theaters in America, come to think of it. And I think I heard that this film played in China, but it only had a limited release, even down there. But still, that still doesn't change the fact that this film had plenty going for it. It was like the Expendables of the martial arts world, or the Expendables without the retirees. Alright guys, let's move into our negatives. The story. I just felt like there wasn't that much there. It wasn't that strong to me. It felt sort of lackish. Much like the first Expendables film, there wasn't much story there. But the action is what saved it for me. But the story kind of went downhill. There was plenty of action in Triple Threat, which is what saved it for me. But the story, sort of a swing and a miss. This billionaire's daughter basically is this Harris who is targeted by these mercenaries and that needs to get saved because of her contribution, which makes it a definite threat for the crime syndicates and is why they are after her. But that's pretty much it. There's nothing really major. There's nothing really bigger at play. It's just not that much of a story if you ask me. And here's another major issue that I have that I haven't really quite addressed yet because I haven't really reviewed much movies like this. The subtitles. First of all, I get how realistic they're trying to do. This film was pretty much based in like China or Thailand or like one of those foreign countries. And if you film a movie in a country like that, you have to make it kind of realistic. So yes, they will talk in their language and you'll have to endure the subtitles. But here's my problem. And not so much with that, but my problem lies with how fast they talk. Some of us can't read that fast. And yes, there is an option on your remote where you can pause it to see what they say. But let's say if you watch a movie like this in theaters, they talk so fast, you can't pause it in theaters, so you miss some dialogue. That really annoys me sometimes. It's not so much the fact that they talk in their language and you have to read it. Although if I'm looking at a movie where the whole thing you have to read, no, I can't deal with that. But in certain scenes, yes, I get that. But don't talk so fast. Just let some of us endure some of the dialogue that you're trying to say. Plus the fact that there are some scenes in this where, okay, you already know the characters speak English. And there's nobody else around but them. Yet they still decide to talk in their native language, in their foreign language. Cut that crap out. If you know that you talk English, just talk English. That's not really being fair for the rest of us. And that gets really annoying really fast. I'm just saying, if we know that you speak English, and there's nobody else around but you English-speaking people, speak English. That's all I'm saying. Plus the fact that they keep on switching back and forth, back and forth. Knock that crap off. In one set of dialogue, they speak Chinese. And another set of dialogue, like in the next sentence, they speak English. Cut that crap out. Despite its weak story, Triple Threat is still a good and decent enough solid action flick. For martial arts fans, it's still a must. And a sweet delight. So, Triple Threat. Sorry, I had to do that. Triple Threat, have you seen it? What did you think of it? Was it the best martial arts film you've seen? Or have you seen better? Leave me your comment down below and give me your thoughts. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I ask you to like, subscribe, and comment if you hadn't already. And I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned for more videos and reviews coming soon. Peace, the Rep Hands.